in the night 4 games in the Champions League. Actually, another 4. Yehim Gage.
Tienye nene china ni di nyina mum na yimkanto so preko na se enye nene china di.
And then find the Emra China.
And I'm saying nem find the Emra.
Man City, Real Madrid no chema.
But that game the same side.
The fixture.
Obvious say be go ana.
Go both teams. Go both teams. And I'm grab over 2.5.
And that's
fixture ni kwa senke bad stage you. And I mean, on the Baku film
semi-final.
Baku film at this stage. I be do air run 16. No, now one of air Real Madrid, any Man City. Baku qualified to air run of air 16.
The last time she had semi-final.
Almost she semi-final, she quarter-final Baku. Omi she group stage that. By the time we she be na knockout stages. And unfortunately for them, Chama Oman Sanko she group stage be mu. But this time around, you know, almost here our knockout phaser. Chairman, ye teams in the film. Ama Yakop Yapedi, I can 18. I qualified that I know. I bring Bobo air on 16. We had 2 teams in the last 4 years. What they've given us in the Champions League in India. Now Bakube film at this stage in India, Chairman. Me, I am not very happy about it. But and you'll be at the dome bedroom baby on my baby. I don't want somebody in bo. What you say? Qualifying to the next stage and I say to the round 16, you know, it is not based on say Ubine Yamau. It is based on merit. One kasa performance and I do baby about the dream. Man City and started Champions League in year. In fact, or started year, but one year. You started Champions League, you know. Man City first game was against Inter Milan. Chairman game the pie 0-0. The second game was against Slovan Bratislava. Man City S-Omo 5-0. The third game was against Sparta Prague. Man City S-Omo 5-0. So the 3 games in the Champions League, Man City remain unbeaten. Omo wini mienu, a draw bako. In fact, in those first 3 matches, Man City S 10 goals, ball and to Man City net. Yeah, we had the first 3 games of the Champions League, you know, Chairman. Then their problem started. Their next game in the Champions League was an away game to Air Sporting Lisbon. They started game na 4 minutes per and a free folding. I said the first goal, Man City. Obian him so Man City and your first goal against Air Sporting 4 minutes into the game there. Dear Man City be with the game, no. But after 90 minutes. Now Man City are down by 4-1. They are not surprising in that game. They say Man City dominated in that game against Sporting. They had 73% of ball possession, 20 shots in that game, 6 of them were on target. They scored from just 1. Sporting now over home now, or no about only 27% of ball possession. You know, as Man City 4. So that was Man City first loss in the Champions League. Now their second game, and I said Omulusu against Sporting, you know, their next game in the Champions League, you know, came right after say Omutinefie. Emma Spurs be so 4-0. Mekaipa, one of the worst games I'm here. Abraham Man City boy, a Spurs game, you know. Man City boy, ebo it had. Then Spurs, despite their problems, despite their first choice centre back. Etwa Man City Etihad. Eko say Man City Ekanai Man City and TB. Right after sa humiliating defeat, you know, City next game was a home game to AFC Feyenoord. And also disappointing. Oman lusu die. But Man City as at 74th minute. Now Man City lead the game by 3-0. But every game, you know. Now from 74th minute to the 89th minute, you know, Man City are considering 3 goals, game the pie 3-3. So for a team the first 3 games, now ball enter on the net, you know. The subsequent 2 games, you know, Chairman no consider 7 goals in those 2 matches. I think that was not enough. Man City next game was an away game to Air Juventus. Again, a game of Man City called Juventus. They dominated. Man City about 69% of ball possession against Air Juventus. But Chairman, a game, you know, despite their dominance, not Juventus through Air Western McKinney and Vlahovic as a Man City come, you know, Man City anti-mianti. the penultimate game in the Champions League in the group stages, was against PSG. Chairman, first half 0-0. Second half, Man City scored 2 in 3 minutes. 2 in 3 minutes in the first half. But they considered 2 in 4 minutes against a team, your friend PSG. You started second half now. Mekai said Jack Grealish as a first goal by Man City 50th minute. 3 minutes later, and Haaland at the second goal can one. Almost say SR 2 goals. No, say they were 2-0 up. But almost 2-0 up now. No, they considered 4 goals later. Yeah, be a game no. Na Man City elusi game no by 4-2. So at the end, Man City ni say the advantage for Man City ni say last game na Man City airborne na advantage ni kromo na they just needed to win. Man City win this game na qualify to the next stage. Senka na say Man City win na results other results be determine whether they will qualify or not. Bien comme last game no move win there but bien comme ntimi qualify. But nyame bo mo ne Club Brugge no chairman na advantage ni kromo beat Club Brugge and qualify and almost say Club Brugge qualify to the next stage. Chairman had their first 3 games na bo anto mo net no. City last 5 games olusu miensa o wini baako and or draw baako
and draw no kwade na already we
final
lead 3-0
they na and
final bet
in those 5 games Man City and keep clean sheet. In those 5 games, so our Champions League now, Man City conceded 14 goals. All those 14 goals Man City conceded came in their last 5 matches. So even though they started very well, but the way Man City end the Champions League, Chairman encouraging and befitting their status in the Champions League, especially in recent times. But Man City and started here now, or ending poorly, Real Madrid started poorly. But ended very strongly. You see, dynamics,
yeah.
Where SRT and Obe no Obre. Real Madrid also started badly. By Chairman, now they were very strong. Real Madrid first game in the Champions League, I remember very well, say, Omoni A Stuttgart almost won by 3-1. Was say Stuttgart Chairman, okay, in the next game. Now away game to A Lille. Lille Real Madrid by 1-0. The next game was against, I think, a home game. The next game was a home game to Borussia Dortmund. Chama Mekai says our game, So Dortmund much more clinical in the first half. Next like Dortmund, Real Madrid bear 4 in the first half. But almost Madrid 2-0 in the first half. Madrid 10 up in the second half. And I said Dortmund Dortmund NTB in the second half. So even though say Dortmund in your first half, the way Madrid in the second half, a game, having gone down to 2-0 in the first half, Madrid ever said Dortmund and but their next game, Chairman, was a home game to AC Milan. They lost by 3-1. The next game was against Liverpool. Chairman, they lost 2-0. So Madrid and so first 5 games in the Champions League, Madrid elusu miensa and wini mienu. In fact, at that stage, nan command man for can say one shadow Real Madrid crown and to be qualify to the knockout stage of the Champions League. But Madrid added the last 3 games, it's a view almost easy, Got the last 3 games, Mekai say away Atalanta, Atalanta kanum mienu. Next game was against Salzburg. Kanum, bako. And the last game to end the Champions League group stages, was against Brest. I remember very well almost Brest Brest anti. Chairman, Udim said Madrid answer to the way they ended, Chairman, just 1 point to pay. Next Madrid qualified to the automatic zone because they had 15 points. Aston Villa now or no qualify automatically. The final 8, Chairman, Aston Villa has 16 points. Real Madrid has 15 points. So it tells you how they started and how they ended. Chairman, Sam Madrid any Man City fixture and have a very constant air fixture. Very, very constant. The the last I think they are meeting for the 4th time. Mekai 2021-2022. Chama dia game the prediction when he said margins very small. The small margins. Manaba could qualify
because now come back group. Almost the first time I'm share group.
Okay.
Real Madrid send back on board draw back. Badju, thanks so much.
Chairman.
Okay, but this time,
2021, the margins no. 2021 no. City as almost 4-3 away Etihad. Obeka sa game no na. I think say Kaoka Prae. And only Fernandinho Ekobo air right back. Sa game no na Vinicius air retire Fernandinho no. Emma game no pie. In fact, at a certain point in time, Na City LED by 3-1. And a call air 4-1. And when yes have mistakes no. Emma Madrid eba back into the game. Ebe say 4-3. Second leg El Benabao. Real Madrid winning by 3-1. But Madrid winning by 3-1 no. Chairman, Man City ne sa ko Benabao. I said the first goal. No, Chairman, the margins were very small. Madrid qualify by 6-5 aggregate, just one goal difference.
So I come back in the now show.
Now, City Ebeji Champions League, and I bet you say City enya proper dominance over Real Madrid. Because 2022-2023 season now, City Ebeji Champions League, I think they met in the quarter-final. Game first leg epai 1-1. Benabao. I remember very well say sa game Chama yenya 2 beautiful goals. Sa Vinicius goal no say one of the best goals I've seen in the Champions League. But Vinicius first goal. Edema ma did we Yensan ko Kevin De Bruyne equalize alibium. Sa go no na say ball the try line. I think say Bernardo Silva and a far ball na Madrid force ball the try liar. Ref in hu a ole sa pass Edema Kevin De Bruyne outside the penalty box and a Kevin De Bruyne low carpet air shot na bonnet to atina game the pie 1-1. Second leg and Man City enya proper dominance over Air Madrid. Almost 4-0. Mekai pass the following day Andy Obi Mekai pass. Because City that was one team enya dominance. Chairman, they met again last season. Only said last season say away go here Juma Eka City Real Madrid film. Because first leg epai 3-3 away Etihad. Second leg, in fact, first leg no basu was Santiago Bernabeu. Game no pie 3-3. Second leg no pie 1-1. It's aggregate ko say 4-4. But Man City was 3 away goals. But near away goal rule of film.
The first now away goal room no be.
Now away goal room.
I mean that.
Even though say try no acquire 4-4 no. City the away goal e rule qualify. But near the away goal rule a film. And they bought extra time. Chairman, Man City about 33 shots in that game. Okay, that game require commentary. But Maso can be a commentary. No nipana. Man City, in fact, Andy the commentary. Andy no a hyper on team transi because City dominated a crowd board in Real Madrid were just defending. At certain point, when you say Real Madrid players not break because bona na Man City bono. Chairman, no me who they were just chasing air shadows. Man City about 33 shots. Real Madrid about 8. Man City able 18 corners in that game. Real Madrid able 1. But City simply could not find a way. Game the pie 1-1. And I gave the call penalties. Madrid added 4-3 on penalties. Man City and so 80 mid free move. So in the last 4 seasons when they meet apart from the City sa dominance 4-0 no. Yada margins very small. Now season way as a City, sometimes they as a mood deceive say as a back. Almost a one game they now say they go back to factory setting. Almost say a year almost say last game almost say qualify year Obian say City is bouncing back.
Yeah.
But Ushe City against Arsenal there. Chairman, you can't say City is bouncing back again because against Arsenal, City were just ordinary. And the way City committed mistakes against Arsenal, even though Real Madrid depleted defensively. But Madrid errors now. Chairman, they will pounce on those errors and they will punish you. And Man City error prone. It is true. Technically, Chairman, the last 4 meetings between Omumi and Nono, City remain unbeaten. Omi see the last 4 meetings, City remain unbeaten against Real Madrid because the last time Madrid had the penalties and the qualifier. So the last 4 meetings, Man City remain unbeaten. But Chairman, anytime Biana City, Ebenya Madrid, ya don't depend on which players. Bernardo Silva Meboa, Ilkay Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne, NFU Foden, and to a large extent, Kyle Walker, because Kyle Walker and they deal with Abrantia, your friend Vinicius. Chairman, Mianuni ho, Kai Gundogan is not the same as the Kai Gundogan of 2 years ago. Kevin De Bruyne, chairman, only the same Kevin De Bruyne, even last year, Phil Foden, chairman, or pretty. Kyle Walker now no depending on him to stop a branch of Vinicius out of this team, and Rodri, chairman, honestly out of this team. So many and the argument and the Bettimaka say Real Madrid depleted the day. But anytime be a Man City, Ebenya Real Madrid biano, the one no. Players are sitting here I'm betting I Real Madrid so no. Eda say back me ni ho. Rodri ni ho. And a branch of Kyle Walker ensu ni ho. Omo ho no so na chairman omo form ensu echo. For instance, Kevin De Bruyne, unim say so Real Madrid biana. I think say either a goal or assist I'll provide against Real Madrid no 8. Not many players in the Real Madrid are form against Real Madrid. But we are talking about Kevin De Bruyne this season. Can he replicate the same form against Real Madrid now? Chama, I don't think so. Obetimi quite certain say Obetimi ISR need it here every Madrid. Madrid defensive problem. I mean I will be Chama.
Because like I was about saying, say what can about Man City there now? But Real Madrid Madrid attack can be looks okay.
Yes.
But their defense
right back Madrid first choice right back in the second choice Lucas Vazquez in the the overall right back the chairman a problem. So the fella Mendy a left back ball right backer. I'm for cross left back now all bokrano. Also many Atletico no amono about Frank Garcia rather or left back. Even a left back crowd when you player Madrid that much. How much more say Oberbon baby me who's about right back that I stand to be corrected but me who fella Mendy all right back that so when se fella Mendy enable right back na minim do bobo left back there's no Rudiger chama anytime be a Madrid be shia City bia no do ye Haaland ho adwuma pa no Antonio Rudiger no chama Haaland here player bia we aggressive we be gina no so a o man space and time and Rudiger does that for Real Madrid against a branch of Haaland and then Bobo center back no Tchouameni and a young boy and they can 2 games no abono chama wa impressive there but onsia a striker were as deadly as Abrantia your friend Haaland so Tchouameni chama so put Tchouameni under pressure were prone to committing mistakes say Haaland and I'll be defending against them. I just want to wait and see how they are going to fare. Tchouameni and Abrantia, your friend Raul Asensio defending against Abrantia, your friend Haaland. Come on, Adebakwa, Coach Naka said Madrid defensively they have problem. That is why all counting on their foreign line they say contribute to defensive duties. Chama Ashadia Real Madrid front 3. So the Judy become Chama front 4. Do you know their numbers? They have scored 59 goals this season. Rodrigo, Vinicius, Mbappe, and then Jude Bellingham. Among numbers are 59 goals scored by these players in Kwa. And that's why I'm saying is that the way a City error prone. So man limited errors no. Now errors no Real Madrid. Madrid qualities and the attacker. They will pounce on those errors and punish you.
Is it not a matter of two like for like sides in the sense that where City says they have a very solid attack. I mean the attack is still functioning. The attack is still good except that the midfield
City the attack is not functioning. We numbers who's the Real Madrid numbers no
but yeah.
Jude Beshe, Vinicius Beshe, Rodrigo Beshe, but so Haaland, Haaland free moi. You ask yourself, say, where is the
now you're going Haaland in because the defense is in shambles. It's and the game, you better go because the attacks in the and
the normal circumstances. I'm sure Real Madrid team we Nanka City airboard their normal high flying football now on board last year. They should be able to finish Real Madrid team defensively. They have problem, but I don't know the City team that is going to turn up. The City team that lost 4-0 to Spurs with you. The City team Arsenal sharing 5-1. Even though say Real Madrid no problem no, I don't see them say almost so much confidence going into this game. Even though say Real Madrid no problem, because City born no more this year no, on and off, and off no chairman. I does more than so maba on. In recent times, the bad games they have played, it's much more than the big games that they have played. So, and to see a Bobo game I see it very difficult predicting. What I can say is game the chairman goes in BPM. Media my mecha. me can't you be as a ebi anso betime twa bi dia chairman mako over 2.5 emphatic resource 822 goes BPM
and you see a draw.
Yeah, now can PSG any Brest. We see another big game.
Yeah,
I don't see it that man. I see almost our league the same venue. PSG ko show 5.
The league is different
now. League is different. Champions League in the crowd. They say PSG in Boston Brest.
Okay.
The league in the crowd na chairman. Omu na wo equal in the crowd no. At the same venue, bare 2 weeks ago, and omu share the same venue. PSG ko show 5. Omu team miedu. Omu show 5. Omu team miedu. Dembele ebo hat-trick. Meaning as say Dembele no. Ya tear drobia so no say dey yo. As na obo afi na Barcelona ehu de ntia. Ya Messi Dembele. Because against Brest chairman hat-trick on near branch friend Goncalo Ramos. On board hat-trick and Goncalo Ramos edit 2 can one. Almost share Brest 5-2. Chairman PSG last game to end the Champions League was a 4-1 win to Stuttgart. Again, Dembele Esabo hat-trick. I think there's a game on Bakola, Bradley Bakola, and a boss goes to Dembele say 3, and a Bakola de Bako Kanhua, almost share Stuttgart the Kanayam, Amutimu Bako. Man, the expansive football that they played. So Bradley Bakola, chairman, I underrated the player. But I say Bakola born now all bono. Na say Abrante Feno Dembele or the other side. Na Omo Goncalo Ramos so them finfia. Vitina Crown so SI available. I don't see say press can stand the way of a PSG. Na the PSG for SA who you say Chama Masa Kofa Quarescali as Abeka team in one of the best players I love Tamana Napoli. Ejo Muligno. Napoli for the crack as only the king of air Naples. But man for Casa de B. Namuye they were being raised because the king of air Napoli there. But born now branch friend Quarescali body man air Napoli no. So amazing. And if added Quarescali to the team. So Vitina, Quarescali, Bradley Bakoli, and a branch friend Dembele, and Goncalo Ramos attacking on Monday Bano. I don't see how Brest can qualify. I'm looking at a PSG win, and the game the PSG will win and win even the second leg.
Okay, Maxwell,
champion.
Yanshay, hell of a season for wine. Brest. But Brest is a good season for them. I mean, I'm a Champions League, campaign no be expensive on come on be free one. Cause even the likes of Leipzig, but
I think they were made for men. And men are coming to town, so they will suffer.
Brest. So Brest
were made for men. And once men are coming to town so strong, the Brest will suffer.
That's why we do. Always come and do the rock of party behind me. That's why yes, I'm so for testing.
Oh, so for your party, how grow. So catch it.
Make up Brest as him. But Brest way team, yep, a mad
Chama won't say Omone Barca abo Real Madrid abo. Dingna they were poor. And I'm say PSG in so sa level na Barca and Madrid mo e won. And home the omo ya there in this competition. Omo we need 2, a draw 1, lose 1. Still Real Madrid na show. And it's a team and a level until say Madrid mono. I am not always a problem. I think 2010 was the last time a Leonie Bordeaux boy and all French affair. And the problem for Brest is that they are not also at home. Their Brest are not at home. They are playing in a different venue. And PSG so corner. This is an okay say they are PSG akosho mo 5-2. And a PSG so nani Monaco 4-1. The good thing for PSG is that chairman domestically omun lose so much all season. And because they are playing against a team or also walk home, a advantage. Almost 5-2 a advantage. And I heard all competitions from November lose to Bayern Munich and the chairman won't lose so much. It is now walking in the Champions. Omu winning last 3 matches, chairman, and omu to the KK on. Dembele fantastic, chairman. 16 goals in the last 10 games. Will you believe that? Dembele of all people. I say Barcelona for your question. Akwanwa beda pa. And a hat-trick against Brest, over 1.5 win for PSG. Yeah. PSG will soon beat them. PSG might also. Game win last whole season. Yes, Chris almost Asia. In say Babe fix a Babe dominant in recent season, but now a quarter final, semi-final. But this time a round of 16. The my game where yes,
they want to qualify.
And second round of 16 crowd.
They are playoff and they play to qualify to the next stage.
And my game no stakes in the cry higher because why be you from there a huge disgrace. And I heard seasoning in our background because at this stage all things be the conquer chairman these teams and yes or musia kra no be the frame nti any break ebeba game we mu na Real Madrid any team where you sit frame or Champions League mo pay 3 times. It's Madrid has or been the 4th time and a record. Now the last 4 seasons so Madrid ye English teams so frame. It doesn't matter wherever they will get to, whether on major championship and I tell or Monja or my English team a frame. And game we chama me City Madrid, but me more like an English club, the English league and also the Spanish league. Chama, do you know why? Saying Spain for na and I say England for na. Chairman, why more party bit me you or Munyonko free? Now I say they be as 2 countries and a major Champions League no. Because Dortmund even in the final no. Idea omuko yi Man City frame, Real Madrid yi Man City an English club a free man, sana Dortmund to make get it to the final. Chairman, say Bianco Moensia, what would have been the results? It would have still be acquired the English and the Spanish team. But yet, Madrid saw a deficit in England. Madrid ball in England, Chairman winning 9, I draw 6, no more lose 11. In England, Madrid are not guaranteed anything. Chairman, so what's my argument? I say, okay. They are not guaranteed anything in England. Until they need to play about themselves. The last time round of 16 Madrid they frame. Chairman, so a City in a year free. That is the least. There was a Madrid group stage. Their bed is on free, but a free group stage no more different was round of 16. And City in a year free 2019-2020. City Shomo home and away in 2-1 2-1. Chairman, are we going to see a repeat of that scoreline and BB coming? But this is how it's gonna go. Now Oka Haaland 4 games on it. Madrid are bringing a chairman on share go.
Okay.
On lose here. Once on share goes on lose here. 3 I draw 0-0-1-1. Chairman then 4-0 na ba ni sa Okaya and 3-3. Into to me say go. But we ni free man the obeba no mum say go beba no to me abes. Until Haaland I don't count on him that much. But this is how I see it. Over 1.5 likely because my last 5 games on my bona. Chairman eta AC. And both teams to score so back up and a last 5 no one to me uncle. Last 5 no say 1 win each and 3 draws. But more quite extra time and penalties be a chairman they come Madrid. And because we have first leg, you know, it's going to be difficult. City team been a better than chairman says City jina so dia. And can make us a Madrid into Madrid. The West will be a draw for them.
But also Mokasa so Madrid team based on a 10 year because Madrid and so
almost
the same thing.
2 teams living currently and how do they stand? I think say Madrid attack no more dangerous and almost all the attackers are there. So man, both teams to score likely. Maybe Sabah be winning because City last 5 games they 1 to win. In Tabia one of them is going to win over 1.5. Me pesa win, but upushi me pa bia City will fight because we a critical game. They might get a double chance in there. But one of them is going to win over 1.5 and then because both teams so can also come up chema it's ana mi hono now we mo de who's the teams who are chema omo nya de nti omo game no send ya ba sport in the Dortmund
omo de nya so ma lusu ade bi who's the sporting no mo ya de emra na amorim ho no and the Manchester be fa amorim call you know and a sporting season yes and a Dortmund so they say wa na say akwai say can Olympics no the Wonder Club match on from division no match they will be any from the
but one thing is omunyina group stage you know all their matches omunyina share goals
okay
it be any group stage match and one share goal it's both teams to score likely but the last time we share 3-1 Sporting they said Dortmund at the same venue and again Sporting coach now by Rui Borges no the last 5 games at home, Chairman Lusubi, will draw 1 and win 4. So that is good for you. But Dortmund so ne Portuguese team say, "Boy, I no more yardie." Chairman winning 9 and no more lose 5. Entire win or loss situation. But Dortmund away record in the Champions League has been very poor, especially in the knockout stage. Say a 2-legged. Chairman, Omar draw 1 or more lose 9, no more win 2. The only positive Yomoko Niko Kovac, you say no coachy by Munich. At that time, no Champions League away 6 game chairman when Lusu. In beyond no the back on so then one significant thing so I play a fan go caress no. Chairman saw 6 goals for champions. It were to me I transcended the home form no at the Abayo. But don't forget say Gerasin so 9 goals. So he's going and these games so over my last 10 games on my boy in all competition both teams 5-5 now. So back open both teams and go. It's a both team to score chairman and also likely. And in all no goals and so be all the 10 goals matches no over 1.5 in a buy. Chema whether leg and now way 5 and over 1.5 at way. Baba Kope and a both team to score and Bantemu 9 or Mutumeko. Chema both team to score and over 1.5. Likely, but I think home team a bit of a double chance because of their impregnable record of coach in Lusu at home. And finally Juventus there Omo Lusu 2 this season the champ, but Chema Omo Lusu 3 in a single season that. And a team normally or PSV no say Omushia Momoshon by 3-1. Now Juve to me winning back-to-back game for a long time since November. So that is also good for them. And I say PSV almost away no Omo nyade. Omo Lusu 3 winning 3. Chairman and Omo Lusu 3 and winning 1 and Omo draw 1. In that sequence Omo concede 8 goals. Chairman Omo defense ni eliki. And finally this is how it plays out. From the hour mark maybe abo game now 1 hour. Idea PSV are conceding 8 goals or also na Juve so share goals or also share 5. I think Juve the upper hand to win or at least a double chance for him because odd no so it's na make a double chance. Yes I can make Juve already or match or 3-1 and I think say Juve are on songs so chairman. That's how
okay young fan but interesting Champions League games Suarez boss your Real Madrid I am the pass because just analyze the Barcelona from you know I can yashim and then Real Madrid ni and the so the sugo bisu just say I are say one be 2 no and one be boha and one be boha so far probable lineup said Bebeni na say Germany in central defense. Yes, na Federico Valverde right na gas na mama immobile Mendy I don't even player from Mendy he's not fit okay enti we Garcia Camavinga Ceballos Chamo Madrid season it's been like this we started the season from a Surwani corner. Yes. Was that Vini, Bellingham, Rodrigo, Mbappe? I mean, Bellingham, I always say that the world of football is not being fair to him. He's a fantastic player. Those kind all-round players. Why is a Kaka? Those times Kaka. OBBAB with goal scoring, placement, defending, passing, you know. That guy is just good. Rodrigo Zune, Obet Tete, Eipa, or Vadio. Obetete no pa na game ni na baby be arehosem Matthias Nunes ni Vinicius Matthias Nunes ni Nimbo on the no have Vinicius bikuno but the good news for for Man City Ruben Diaz awaba Ruben Diaz na awaba no so omo they are normal also back four no the 3 there the normal guys na omo bodo sa Vadio Diaz Akanji enebia Martin the Baba to papa so ne honum silver form ninye silver form ninye Kovacic a bit okay but yeah right ebia De Bruyne a very interesting game I see goals though goals I'm not sure it's a first leg everybody we are a clear idea of who is qualifying. I'm not sure this game will give an indication. Say, boy, you will be able to say we are qualified. 2 teams, recent meetings. Chamo sa na kwa enti obebiana abribiano. Say ye box second leg na second leg no kwa no. A cut to the wire. Ye be pon na a determined winner. The last time they met, it took penalties to separate the 2 teams in the UEFA Champions League. Penalties. Again, in the last 5 years, Real Madrid, Man City, 2 occasions on the Champions League. And the City, Madrid, back on the Champions League. Chamo, there's something interesting. Was in Bialta Kasenka, Arsenal is Madrid. Arsenal, Madrid. Even since, Peja. In time, we Peja over Champions League, Madrid have a stumbling block. To Liverpool, in the last 10 years. Why they win the stumbling block, my Peja is shame. I have a man, and I'm a person who will do Zabebion. But no question, the Tira Meka is a Tedemokan de Bias Madrid Romuno. As I did now because the Henry Mumbai and Dano Santiago Benabao. But as if you drew who be may ye be Bima. But okay, Chelsea.
as a Madrid ekwaje Champions League. The following season Madrid be Chelsea even the Stamford Bridge. The second leg gave us a game. Amikai Sabo na passa Luka Modric the outside of the foot Boma Rodrigo Etuasu. Yes, Ananka Chelsea were on the verge of eliminating Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu. South Channel Ebatuasu and Madrid and Liverpool 2018 finals, 2021 finals, then alongside knockout stages and also by it's English club will be a Peja or person in your brass or Champions League. You meet the Spanish teams. In fact, Liverpool edge in the last Champions League over Tottenham. Omukushia Barcelona. Barcelona 4-0 after they had lost 3-0 at the Camp Nou. Very surprising because Liverpool no more say a lot of quality players, first team players, and a Divock Origi. Every time there's an English team. Now, do Champions League level or Bopa, you will be meeting the Spanish teams because Omo Etabo be drew anymore. So, Chamo, Man City, the Man City, Madrid, we can sit here and predict the type of game we are going to watch. But predicting this game is very difficult because, as a Jared Tosuma, Osha Madrid, first 11, or they you got 12 3 4 no mujane. Ordinarily, if Real Madrid line up for a Champions League game, follow Mendy at left back, Dani Carvajal at right back, then Eda Militao, Rudiger, David Alaba. Where they knew. One thing about my favorite city, how bully Ellen Haaland. I know ye. Now Ellen Haaland no, the last 4 meetings I know. Rudiger no I know say onya papa bia them the referees no kwa fa say enyo na ya we no other players say Sergio Ramos man ke be red card ama no but as obi agia tum say sa na ote no no ugina no peja ne sana oso mu otimi chekere o no mo ja no. I don't know who would do that. Raul Asensio person chese ne near den and the new Sergio Ramos ne tackles ne be ya na penalty tackles na kra ne. If he goes into this game no tries on Alan e press gidi na to the disadvantage of Madrid because only the experience that experience then it is a game Madrid extremely weak. Press Chomani Kakrebia or make mistakes. Pressure Banosuka Krebia or mistakes. Freddy Valverde obviously will be adding to the midfield and the attack because of Sane short no bonintino. And now the Obabe Jina 2 was a Obejina 2 Ababe Take Savino. But at that side you have a very quick player, very skillful, and also able at the right side of attack for left side of attack for Manchester City. So Chamo, a gamer, as you rightly said, Madrid a free a Chileno Babesim Finfina a week simply because say game way midfielders are available. Ebia Kamavinga will not start. If I fringe Granaba, it will start. Ebi Krana Kadani Sibayos and start. But they are forced to do that because we and our but Madrid's strength the attacking third. And that is where Manchester City ought to be extremely careful. This is Chamo. Baby Man City or my vulnerable part defense no. And yes, a bit more kwaba. But City defense no or more vulnerability and the type of goals are Chamo Yano consider no. Yana quite disappointing. It is a game when City are attacking. Now I'm the boss no etata Real Madrid. Actually one Emre. If Kevin De Bruyne gets his, even if he doesn't get the A game, no the B+ game, Madrid will be in trouble because Obabo defense splitting passes at Yama Foden and Haaland. And these guys the back of Madrid are not ready to say a bit deal with sad threats, no. You need players or more the ability to read the game because De Bruyne Emma B or B+ game when through A bar, those passes will come. And both have passes in two defense now Alehala ne Foden and running on it a danger at the Real Madrid. The same thing. And now Samad Chamo mu break no more attack wa. Yana mobile the defenders no more call. All the players with speed. And rightly so, you just mentioned Bellingham or unsung hero. Now say he goes in the back a crowd no starts nanko for but even when he was not scoring, or the brain of the Madrid attack. But only did the ability to also pass the ball very well, the ability to one can bit match good, you know. And so Madrid also rely on the speed and the intelligence of the three attackers. So Mbappe, Rodrigo the goals and Vinicius Junior ever run it down the City defense. So Jasko Vardiol and Matheus Nunes also have a lot of work to do. But as I said in my intro, this game, who is qualifying from this first leg? Na I clear say a winner area qualify. City winner qualify.
One million 2 legs.
2 legs in the produce winner no. Okay. Because the two teams are not doing too well. Even though the Biam Kachenko for say Madrid are not doing too well relative to Real Madrid and Guan in the performance.
Yeah.
And just that team will lead La Liga.
Because they are still leading the league.
Which means Bianca says side team no. Uniform. Side team no. And domestic competitions or Kodenim, yes, they lost the Supercopa de España to Barcelona. But if you know how Barcelona deal with Real Madrid in recent times, but game we a 2-1 victory, a 2-2 drawn game, the most likely outcome. So game and the return leg will produce who is qualifying to the next stage of the competition. Now you wait for and Gombe extra time. Unfortunately, they met resistance. But this is something Chris Hemsam years ago say a boat game no me club no the extra 30 minutes benefiter. You bought home near Bonente as your pong. Because it always gives advantage to some clubs. Not some one hour, but the fact that you still have the opportunity to play another extra 30 minutes. If I had the opportunity to play extra 30 minutes at my home, maybe I can go. And no mudi china so makoyi away go rule any ideas okay say scholar near pa but I think omu free match amo boy na be serve football interest very well because my ba home number 90 this game you be 90 e mo bi into aso enti e ko ball return leg no Santiago Bernabeu with my fans backing me now cuz I draw score line me enti enko extra time no bi shamia and I think it is unfair but in this game Chamo is going to be an interesting game na a scoring draw is what I see on my car, scoring draw. Okay, you have a good gentleman that going to come out here. Name all the other news, but police says a mouse and they say a man for a yikaka. Also, about say prosecution is dropping the case against 4 suspects. A man for he say then she say Rich Swati. I have officers as a case just say Omejim. Oh David. Now the attorney say prosecution no about re-arrest. And now some very filing case no. Yeah. But this time when you fear pre court or no. Ebeko Sunyani High Court. They tell say Ojai case in him because sa court no the case no koe no. Any charge no the boy no. Any power obetim dia here sa case no. And also go superior court. Yes. And no omo they call a report says that they almost started. I am almost file for another case. Sunyani High Court. And Chamo, Omunya advice from the AG's department. On the police found what they do is to go to court now, Yarimando, so that they still keep their investigations going on. Cases say high profile cases, Yana accused, Christian Ope lawyer pa unimrapa. Most of the police prosecutors are not top lawyers. It's when you leave the case to the police alone, normally you be hit the rocks. Attorney General for them so much docket charges no come on the ball. And yet charges are when I was studying law at the MBA level, Chamo Mutre Adevi, who is all the week about 200,000. Now they will call circuit court and I say a magistrate court out by a free case na menko because the circuit court only to me say sika a drew 200,000 Ghana cedis no di wasam to one go into me no hey they will strike the case out because they don't have jurisdiction over the matter. Eti yemfantu just say the 2 other guys Yeboah Augustine and Isaac Fosu are still in police custody. The 2 ladies Yas Antoa and Elizabeth Intriwa and omu enya bail. Eti clearly Chamo yana sadio de etasipa say Crofo from Sapepe, as some police case. Yes, yes, police, prosecutor, and the file say or withdraw charges, no, or withdraw charges because or the charges na call a superior court of judicature
because who say baby you want say kwa you be through case
now because of money jurisdiction over the matter.
We a prosecutor, you are more of the lawyer for the state. Who's a 70 bar and individual and a assembly cause you know ya accuse you no against the state.
Yes, the state versus.
So when you are a state prosecutor, some of these elementary errors there at the braca, you should know better.
No, Christian, they needed to remand them on Friday. So they went to court, sometimes tactics, legal tactics. They charged them, went to court, and they knew very well, say, court no need to miss up the court from Meda matter, apart from the high court. There's nowhere an inferior court like the inferior legal term. Yes, so the inferior courts are the magistrate courts, the circuit courts, and the district courts. And superior courts near the high court, the appeals court, and the Supreme Court. No money so much the murder charge in the bomb judge only 2 minutes murder case or ma bail. So they wanted to keep the people till Emra Monday. And then they knew very well say and lawyers don't wanted to go to court today at the Trinidad High Court. If they go to court, the High Court will give them bail because charges now they are bomb they are cost our court on and yet charge the call. So tactically advice from the
case no they wanted very well that jurisdiction now what by some days now the
free Friday no more we see enrano munya antie sen kofo no be court no mo withdraw case no and the first charges bomb at a court where we go and tell the judge say I had a yes or more opportunity to apply for bail but because of investigations I hear any no my court mo bail and now me catch say 2 guys Yaokoshi and Brima Rasta, they are on the run.
I saw Omo.
Yes, they are on the run.
Rasta and because on this kind of one.
Even according to Omo state Omo statement, Omo church, Omo say Rasta. And we hear now call a police station. Somebody reached out to the guy. It's watching baby I know dream na. Also catch us and Kababa no Omofa Katobrekum Domano Mako. So the guy told the guy Bakona Yachen and Samade drew out to Ama. But the police are pursuing the matter and we know sir even if he gets out of Ghana through the Interpol, they will link and then get him. ABF in the number publishing officially at the Ababa to declared wanted. They've given his family and close people the opportunity to tell him to come or the police will declare him wanted. Case no, I am Sheka Kraba say, yes, we withdraw charges. Now a foolish case. But the police are still keeping the 2 guys, girls, no me and Omonia Kwanya Enra, Omutim Kofi, but and they have still reported to the police as early as 9 a.m. and I'm call Sunan Regional Police Commando.
Okay, Sadia Assembly City and Ntima Maubia Adrian Yana Sabia for it's a Ghana said you can have foolish case and the case going to in your foolish case Ghana anyway
Chamo foolish case and for you and for me and for mom
exactly
if we don't get a finality to this matter which a bit how many people come about from many parties says okay yes will be a bonnet the law has punished the person we now deal with counseling the people almost to retaliate to now fun so I have police case you are exposing everybody to danger because the next time the Kotoko people or any other venue and go for fun is okay say we are going to baby involved in this matter if we don't get justice what you are doing is you are exposing every other person to danger of attacks, knowing very well that when you attack somebody, we can't live in a country where that to many possible.
Well, younger gentlemen, I mean, you are not there. Gentlemen, say, and then some debe na mode ebre.
Gentlemen Dental Clinic, in fact, Chiao Bibia, Chairman Chiao no panel nina. Say Ubisho.
Sisi America say Kumasi Asante or Secretariat. The FA delegation led by Odru Safo, Qatar, and Mr. John Ansa. Mubisha Asante Kodoko mpanyim for ne nyina de ho nsam so okay Ebrem. All right.
Olona juma the past 1 or 2 years the two for the assembly and the nation and many of the do here na metro so na ya hili ade ni the yes the day in the doors any aya do here na no the crown obia shabre na me ne obi die ba wia obi die ba no ba obi die ba no ono aka so wa no go yi daga ente saka de ko so nyina yi
we yanra Dr. Kwame Chei a former Asante Kodoko chairman anra o simu pampan eko Kumasi Asante Kodoko IMC chairman ana prenka ho eneni mi nyina no eko Po0ley's busuafo ko chiai ema omomo yako enti yenra Dr. Chei egodru ye no nsema o de to busuafo no anim ansumi
say I think I can be yeah by now yeah you say a brow kudu it's here we can to try and we there to come yeah better no come on they never be able already don't know any be wash share be a we are so be a time na me ko ni never never be a new family na you say the commerce you say yaba benam we so man say to just because here is the able by hey you ba ko ni you see say be on na ko ba ani me kan say me never be able
well Dr. Kwame Chei and some no say omunya bibia manyame omunim se mra e wo mayimu nti omra no ne eye ebedi ensem nyina amana awie paye na enra na o say fi no eko sports minister ho e was just say fi no koi am koi there some members of the FA but Mason was the FA president Christian my titi says FA president home fan as in a pomoding inti and maybe I want fontin and can near you na saying we have to go a bit on him because I say I'm an only crowd of no yari sana meti inti well but before says sports minister wasn't happy say after fina the big wigs Almo finim Dr. Randiabi Mr. Makado nom Kati so Kunka ono it's no I a bit disappointed but me the general secretary was there and some few other members of the FA Amomu Shai meeting bibia Amore Hawa FA ministry be collaborating. Let's not forget the ministry represents the people of Ghana interest whenever it comes to sports inti no some friend because Ghana sika any the national teams no na yakawe na the sports minister atwaso aka Sir President Mahama sama aka about first class travel no there
what a ban, I think is restrictive travel, that only critical travel. So if sports demands that you have to travel, that's critical travel. Traveling. Yeah. Well, if you have to, you have to engage with the federations, you have to engage with the embassies both here and out to be able to draw in support for your country. So if it's critical and it's necessary, you would have to travel.
Enti I don't know enya according to bia but Salim Diga can no me chiri mo say FA no dey na a bit different. Because FA as an association, say FA this can only I'm not sure that government has any part to play in it. But anytime also mutu kwan on the ticket of government and if you are buying restrictions or they have to travel one ebe affect you so yeah the thing is that players be making complaint to PFAG about the safety or their safety and then some I understand say a few of them are even calling for their contracts to be terminated. No one even for because mo feel say ade na esi no wa be hardwin me dem say PFA just be engage other stakeholders no ma hwede ni mum ade a emu nsem no emu oden kakra. Well, yeah, about Satemani, a Po0ley's on Sunday, and a Poli, and now Chidano. Basso, the Busia, got a companion focus here, Busiano, a Momio Maca, got a call and a year, no. Comasa Santiago Kukun, a year, no. In Tiomani Busiana, Busiama go ahead, Omohe, Nomabay, Omoye, you know, and the BBR. Okay. Grayson, me too, but Jackson, if I went to say, and responsibilities are catching F and say, consider Kotokone as joint statement. And sports minister catch up on one category as yarding. Said they shall have permanent members on the ESCO. Automatic seats. ESCO so. Because of say the biggest clubs. Football in Ghana revolves around Kotoko and Hearts. We will take a saying yes, your team and I got to go and going to be team no irrelevant if there's no Kotoko and Hearts. The crew no. Oko Spain, the reason why Omo TV writer Barcelona no Real Madrid inquired 50%. Now the thing now to 50% no. I don't know. Also consider and autonomous league no so or can one say so autonomous league in the bar there will be a separate body that runs the league. The FA can concentrate on all the other things, almost your national team handling anyone when now it be a league no maybe a normal. There is a GMPC are in line to sponsor the autonomous league. Say bibi sa timi e ba sonti ni nyina yen sama eno so
me madika ka jo se wi ase kasa ba ko me tan ni say obi anya obi ayi nyina ye pe me tan
obi antimi ye ntimi
nye pe their levels and you know your level Shatawale nyom no I know my level know your level na fe ni di ma na ni di ese no sa ni wi ase tie chairman Ghana Football Association ebe leverage Premier League, you know, Edia Coupe sponsorship bia. It is based on Asante Kotokone House of Folk.
Common numbers.
Se Kotokone House of Folk say Ghana Premier League, you know, they are pulling out. Even the club themselves will suffer. Even though some Muslim money yepe.
Nanim dem are top 4 top 4 Kotokone House score from Kakana from Mono Obi agren rat of phone him. I mean say you want top 8, top 12.
I got to a point omienu ba kwa qualifier.
Yes,
baby a ebenya ba kwa na ba bebo. Etino say bia Ghana Premier League na akonyeska. Premier League no F no leverage akonya sponsorship a. Hu say Asante Kotokone House of Folk. Numbers ni na mamunya seska no. So when they are taking a much more than you are, you need to admit pay because a Premier League class in the Yamian Ukraine and Tisada Unco Spain and Cotise Alaves and Levante. Chairman, I am so arrogant. Ebaka Real Madrid say what the Madrid pay because they play in the same league. Omukrana
Levante what stadium Yama. Yes,
they give recognition say Real Madrid, Barcelona is Barcelona. But Hassan Kwana, Obeka was say, we are Kotoko, Mebo League na only one ebo. And because they know Nebunti, somebody must give Kotokone House of Folk their proper status. Now, Ura Kofi Adams, any F, you know, I don't want them to start on the note of a conflict. Also, no one is so happy. The way our opposition ESCO members no na o say chama obi ka so be share PFM won mpanimfo na obeba na uni ho bra kwa me di nkra ni ho Mr. Sapon ni ho na ebia Jake any say yama yes. You know the exactly. Needed recognition
omo nyina PFM for the name
yes but op top level mpanimfo no be di nkomo eti no say o ka so be share ESCO members na oba na say ESCO members no mo ye powerful ni ho. Now, Omina school members there, but some are much more powerful, some are much more authority than others. Nase omoa sabi omoye ni mubi enim tiade omoa moye nketenketi na omoma beshi omudia. Me sure said the FA also send their budget to him. One sure also bema koran nketenketi na share the FA.
No man aid.
Yes. Because on here so ba beshi ono. Why man they needed attention, they needed recognition. Tukas also do budget the Babishiana. The same thing on Subeti Media. Ebasa who suffers
It is the national team, it is the Blasters, and you will be involved piano and the best offer as early as possible. Reasons in tia the big guns and TV in Ensiano. Chama say nipa. Oka se as FA president yari. Chama one international. It is we are Kofi Adams enya away. Said the FA president home fano. The vice president, whatever reason be aben ntimi enko siano no. Any ora around there be whatever reason be na no munya available no. I think say as early as possible they must talk about this. Now almost started on the note of a conflict. As we be all of us are going to suffer. I did about Manisa pa and say for educational funding. No. Chama I say educator for poly and mano. Chama we are say a word in woo. But a word difference they say obi woduma onye obi mano. But what I say? Because we knew obi mana obi a owu amu ahwe ochiama wo kromo asei amanfo bebrebe abobra aye nyapade omo onye obi enwu ama wo chairman 2 years after so mu wuye no omoja pade no wan company ni kura bi ahye mimo obi adin de baba ku bi chairman no big relevant kumasi asei papa ni wuye no wonye obi enwu ama no wonye obi enwu ama na mana hwere chiama no ene the third company untini di nkura biem very relevant. It me sure Po0ley's never coming back. Painfully we admit say he is never coming back. But chairman say asama do your mind na Po0ley head the course was as is what I think say you'll be very happy say wo movie ni wo no o wo no when you be o taking responsibility na ko hold anko dey ko beye no yes o anybody dey papa ti ase. Yeah. So papa ntiasia chairman we are no obebre o etin koran keten on papa free musa no somebody must take up that responsibility and cater for san korano. And I think say the O2 challenge O2 educational fund no a lot of people who are serve Asantima are benefited from it. Po0ley died by 7 Asantima Asanti Kotoko a branch of Asantima ja padie baako and na Po0ley serve wa chairman odiko shia na kwanhie wu. Even though he's not coming back, but said the medical can so some know your mind na Po0ley na na ni hwe de ekoso na ohun say at least okoye no obi atake the mantle so be ebi kura na ohun chairman o say sani bi ebi mo do since ebi ebi kura de nka Po0ley betima ya man no ebi no 2 for be much more than the no ono hanko betima aye na think say I'm so happy say at least say Po0ley awudie but onye obi a wowu amana o take his responsibility na obahwe na chiama no let's hope say eno betimi akoso na if for the chairman better late than never. I think say they are meeting the Kotoko family any ebusuane now and late there but enkomo nsia omkura nkenye imagine say ke be Po0ley 1 week na ka if for ni mehia omo and I be a year now munshia Kotoko chairman na it was the insult to the highest order. So be asema to no chairman asema to na ebia obi bi afrim na me mo meto nsa afro say brother mencha o mi fi it didn't make sense. Ghana has say it doesn't matter your status in life, it doesn't matter how big you are. Sasem efiase etie chairman even the security man wo fiase sasem to na yen friends o mra ne nchia no adwuma mo mpanimfo betutu ye nan akone na so akochia no editin when they were inviting Kotoko mra no mum nkasa ne de na traditionally it didn't make sense to anybody. But having come down then let's see how conversation ebeko na ni nyina nkoya ade a chema assurances na esi obi ahia o said ye see no ebi nsi biem and then amanfo se fa manyame tama fa manyame no ba bia Kotoko ne supporters ne Ghana fo ni bia bufu aba abeduru no enye fa manyame asem. It's about justice. What I say, once people see say justice has been served, me assure say akoma beba form. It's the FA for the beshi asante Kotoko jina no. It's about assurance say bin CBM, promises say bin CBM. Any say the be on betimi amesik asiki say the yes I don't know. Omo part on betimi play bia to make sure that justice is served the chairman and one asante Kotoko na hwe. And no nye hwe. Once that is done, at least confidence at every Ghana football no. Chairman e be fast say be bank account. So that is done. I don't see the way forward Ghana football can even bounce back, especially the league.
Okay, Maxwell.
Chairman, 70% of issues are going to raise, and it has the chairman many or more and a bit me a but 30% any adjuma. Chama de be adwuma so say has ne kotoko kuta be 70% of football a ball Ghana, if even no more. It is a contribution of all the clubs together. Omo bit marriage by 70% of it. Inti omo very very relevant about that jurisdiction. Because other parts in the world, it is there. Like you were saying, in England, Krasi will be a friend of top 6. And I tell me, boy, Tottenham for and see a DA, Nim Sebeka, Cromby, year from Mosia, come there.
Aston Villa, you move.
They have a mom quite.
Is Aston Villa a displacement?
Oko Spain, we have the big three. Omone pushy other clubs, Nankai Nasoso. Oko Portugal, yeah, the 3 grand the Air Sports and Benfica and Porto. Chema omune pushy others now, but until we higher continental competitions now, where there's our teams win a chema omota echo and omo makane you okay because we mudi bibi beba attention near the beba mileage and my leg in to me. So when they are even selling their players to them, they are even happy. But chairman, the situation in Ghana is not the same. In the sense, Hearts ne kotoko na nkasa nso me kasa cha omunti omo ankasa so ka ho ne eduru bia eduru nye boy ni wo ba Ghana ball na yesi chema oni di omo ye the FN follow backs no sa na omo ye say every president view was na chema ebia na before be take over them we na bia kotoko ni a chema ba Georgia say obo se kotoko fo na kwota na chi sema sebe se sa chacha wo ye ne den ye has in so ba pese ma obeti in their circles no ma can almost yes ye dia ba no almost ehuri akota na chi e tell man the oye ni you enyo they support them any baby a chema di e bedru nti e se kodoko ni has from now mo remaining neutral to be obebe bia chema sa nyesa na ba akokrai nti na hu se for so long has ne kodoko ntumi take a decision chema nye de ba e anyame ado aba even decision we kra chema omo take no I can prophesy to you say Debbie chairman say ABFA man no ba no koye house ni pa no munim no ye pa chairman what I say gurus na wo no better actually into on paper there it will be say ye nyina ye nyoma but within any adwuma chairman if you follow Ghana football to the American and that has been their problem they should remain neutral say if only they want nyoma person to be done there they need to remain neutral chairman one thing is this FN over years na akrepo has and kotoko and how ma akrepo ya ma omu nyina be ordinary because that is how the system will work. Chema, why am I saying the MHD Confederations Cup chema obora ko group stage now free match chema so bet to get $400,000 Champions League we get close to $600,000 me boy
yeah
na chema me what if Chimbacha Ebrokra. Chema na member say Chema yes sports me yes sports. Mbacha what o do we kesi o. Chris say yes sports. Why na mpeska? Enti the body ni say so make say nke big clubs no ko baby at Tanzania mo sa semba ni ade nko na mo na be pull no. Almost only clubs ni bi nti almost club beko. Chimbacha what my argument as they will also find each and every way to prevent mumie no. Chema why na mpeska? Say dream score omo ko semi final chema so omo nyeska bocho na chema office omo mpeska enti sa de ni nyina eka ho and na status no omo de running football name run chema changes am mema it is the same thing nebesi because chema say what status na ka say ye ko take decision na ka say clubs ni nyina the same number of votes if I'm right enti has ne kotoko to omo de omo aka no so ebetuma unite afa ho enti e was a ball na nkasa na system na ye de ye wo Ghana chema ye change in any case one most important is the security aspect and there say and there one very fantastic because game no chairman it doesn't matter how long it takes football will still football will continue now continue the measures say good players say security is very very key. Because even when issue we create say hey your friend say be kwa hey almost so say omo yensem hunu it is security say ye key then the area of taxes and also exemption chairman no so ye key because no ye na say ma clubs no ye tie omo tax so ya empower omo by getting money because league na bonanza ska bia say that neum sa chairman but what you say now the issue of Kotoko and Hearts being on the ESCO no chairman ain't change he Johnny didn't change he in case smart move chema wana ye Kotoko rep ESCO no sumpacho
say the
Mr. Kosiapiana
Kosiapiana Kotoko rep or Kotoko but rep for a Premier League
from the Premier League but yempa so free Kotoko de ko so no you in a relationship to say
any relationship
like if any hormone any relationship to say na some kid to be buy and say we yet not them crown bra ye can I go see
how
they treated him. Ain't his house Nico Mbesco so my ban, na some ban, na some born yamana, some also. You better when they tell we born on way. You better take a decision graph for much. Chema, I hope you understand the point. And see, if the system near dear born, Chema, ya make it changes. Status me, I didn't want dia. Has Nico to go to me, because Chema 8 more so okay. Mokasa I am fan. Now you could take it decision. Status in the casting. Club ya or 1 vote, yeah, 2 mutu mubelusu. The same system will still continue. Chema, but just what's my argument? But when anka status next change, they be a house Nico Cosum. It's a move vote and cost. That is where you are empowering them to be there. And omumi enu na so Chema asem we make omo course where they be do baby omo me say every president be ba no deep rooted heart na kotokonia they will identify with their own person conviction be samba. And see, for all their issues omo raise they good for it to work no I'm advising them to remain neutral. But Chema say mo anye neutral na we kodi we e chia pe no ano no the omo say and na make say Mr. Kosinya Antejita ye nipa bia no cha obeka say bia wa mehwe but ya de bia me de make say wa gu Ghana football. Chairman, na on say na because bibie guana ya yenkakranka crow. Me say first no e den na my ball no ekoye. Like in England, most teams are formed. More identify with the area they are. Na chairman me boa. It is the same thing in Ghana. Yes, I know here. Me say go to Western region or Wise and Azakis. These are traditional teams. Chairman, what it means is that indigenous in our Wise and aliens no so as our phones or more crew more and so move through or almost so Azakis. Sema uko BI or BA United any what your friend is saying bofakwa even in Kumasi ye corners ne asante kotoko in the eastern region ubenya uko United uko ubenya Voradep of course later Lions by in the north ubenya RTU it is sema so bi kra wa ha no free north no support kotoko ne house kra chema obese obe finance RTU match no mo boy chema ekosen anameboa ne time what do we do no mo cripple clubs no duals ne adnya we cripple them into betia nyame nsuro team why near team na ba obidia team na ba chairman ba what I said this team because they are not yeah Ghana no the entire house ne kotoko ne kuta sa na yen so system net here these teams are not traditional it's people don't really associate with them that much say dreams or moko mountains or baby chairman so ma say free
omoko dawu no ma free about
no mo ye training wa akra nyina nti a match day no ma ko akobo no ma ba amfa no ma san ba inti sad de no mo ye chairman no mo de akrepo your clubs no inti kodo coin hearts they should be neutral and make sure so mo take a decision omo mienu decision no matter what it is omo take it on a neutral side but chairman so ma anya ne sa ene ye betumi kwa de omo akọ esco no so obehu ne we ye kodi we ye echi we de echi chairman it will be the same issue and finally no justice enra chairman was enra na make us mpese sebi mpredasa or hini bi kasa wa asemwe chairman pacha asemwe mamenka semia asemwe nka bana nka etu ye atwa nanki ye jade aka nyina senka police for na ye ho adwuma na ye de corporate aba chairman de ntia mesre aka nso chairman pacha minim ho hini ho kromo
nso atebo hini grube ni
anabia o hini chairman na MP na ya to ama no de also currently no ono so on issue no
oh what
chairman say sabi ebusua pese o hini ho de ebusua pe ni oba hima o and assembly member o
yeah
chairman ti nkade na besi ndo munye press conference at least
to condemn what happened
to show that they don't really support it into omo de atel pa eden ma kotokofo sabi nyina ye baako nemom they will make sure say nipa yes am omo nso so and omo supporting ti they will make sure say nipa yes kwan bia ombe corporate me be nipa na ban e be yinaba nemom say bibi kakra mpo no betumi so aye de ama Po0ley ebusua ne emana chema de obi ebutu chema nti
95.7
hadi we ba seven prayer sampa chema
it makes a lot of sense
enyansa phone enjwe ho bebre ba besi na emaye no menye okay it's chema me say fidie e question I know they are listening they need to do that as early as possible MP na nkasa kro organize it the queen mother in that because yen so yetie chema won say yen kasa sabi ya can for the yes respect for authority there number 1 enti nka omutie me chema mesro mo so omunye sa ade no one chairman because sometimes you say o bre ho ase ane e pega na ye mpacha say the buy na enye chairman in all terms we need to enye it does enye police one be your modie be say akomato because the NTS so mo yes chairman one they say see the lives of their people in the town are in danger. Say is it not true?
Yeah.
There are people who live in the town who are even running away. Inti mo ye leaders are more that ekokro in political and traditional way. More than amoye. And say my honde me max or honde me a bit me nkasa me a bit surprised. And since all muti me nra a branch or buy or be patch or software. Yeah, no say me will now cry why like I said now like why a star. But it should go beyond that. It should go beyond that. Say that opinion leaders are makano. They should do a thing like that. Near say case no and restiana. This time obviously somebody at all pa no somebody abre you ramu say almost to stretch open here chairman to say you ranya kasa say bibiani chairmanti asemu enda. Nke beda ma ebetu kwa bobo na emum corporate no mo ye ne yama emra ne chema ene omodi nti omutie mi amede yankopon sere omo.
Okay.
Yenye.
All right, say MTN FA Cup a round of 16 draw na koso and say na parents in it Golden Kicks ne hearts of folk and a bebo Asante go to second 11 wise Brekum Chelsea in Northern City Kerala United versus Young Apostles Techiman Liberty Youth and Bichim United SC Mediama and Park Academy True Democracy and Sobebo against FC Nania and Atram DVC and Sonny BB and Gold Stars I know any parents are apimu and so MTN FA Cup no and so okay Andy your this guy can you live comment of the Champions League about yes the commentary but and birthdays be